Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all to Sri Jayendra Rank Zone classes. I am your mentor and your friend for the subject biology, and I will be taking the zoology part, that is animal science. My dear students, as you all know, we have completed the chapter evolution, but there are more or some interesting facts you should remember from the competition point of view. That is why I have, I'm posting this a short video for the Neet exam. Okay, so please just focus. Okay, although I haven't prepared this slide. Okay, as the previous slides were prepared. Okay, I am just writing in my running handwriting. Okay, so just focus on this video so that you could grasp and you could solve maximum number of questions. Okay, yeah, there are some special points you have to consider. You have to know that these are some, you can say, the pointers to remember. The first thing, a brief question asked regarding the cranial capacities. Okay, of different apes and man. So starting from the primates, chimpanzee and gorilla, the cranial capacities in centimeter cubes are 325 to 510 centimeter cube. Okay. Australopithecus, 500 centimeter cube. Then Homo habilis, 700 centimeter cube. Then Java ape man, 800 to 1000 centimeter cube. Peking man, Java Peking man, 850 to 1100 centimeter cube. Heidelberg, 1300 centimeter cube. Neanderthal man, 1300 to 1600 centimeter cube. Cro-Magnon maximum, Cro-Magnon 1650 with maximum cranial capacity. Maximum cranial capacity, right? And the modern man is having 1450. Here I will write modern man. Okay. So these are the different cranial capacities. Please remember these cranial capacities as they are very important. Okay. Many questions are asked. Understood? So please remember these cranial capacities. Okay. Now, the next question, the next common question which is a part of this chapter is, you remember I have explained you the different types of laws. Okay. and different types of rules. So Dollo's law, Pope's law, Bergman's law, and Allen's law I have already explained in the previous class. Okay. Then I'm telling you some of the unknown facts like Gauss law. This law I've already explained. It was given by Gauss in 1934, also known as commutative exclusion principle. Commutative exclusion principle was given by Hardin in 1960, sorry, and Gauss law was given by Gauss in the year 1934. Okay. According to this law says that two species having the same ecological requirements cannot continue to occupy indefinitely in the same habitat. Two species having the same ecological ecological environment cannot sustain indefinitely because they have because of same requirements because of sorry, I think there is some, so I'll write again Gauss law or the commutative exclusion principle. Commutative exclusion principle. This law says that if two species are having same ecological environment or requirements, having same ecological requirement, cannot survive in a given area for indefinite time. Okay, so they cannot survive for indefinite time. The next is Glauber's rule. The next point is Glauber's rule. I'll change the ink. Give me a minute. Glauber's rule. This rule says it states that among warm-blooded animals, those living in warm and moisture climates develop more melanin. So according to this rule, ones living in warm and moistured climates especially the warm-blooded animals, they have more amount of melanin production when it is seen that these warm-blooded animals they have more amount of melanin production as they live in warm and humid areas. Understood? When they have darker skin in comparison to the animals living in cold or dry climates. Okay. whereas the forms in dry and hot climates have more yellow and red pigment. So this is for moist and warm conditions. Warm-blooded animals for dry and hot, they have the skin pigmentation more yellow and red. Jordan's rule, the third rule, first rule is Gauss law, okay. Second is Glauber's rule. Third is the Jordan's rule. Jordan's rule. It states that fishes inhabiting water, fishes inhabiting water of low temperature, inhabiting water of low temperature, tend to have more vertebrae, tend to have more vertebrae than those of warmer, than those of, than of the fishes living in warmer water. In fishes of cold water, they have more vertebrae in comparison to the fishes which are living in warmer water. Okay, so fishes of cold temperature, fishes living in a water of low temperature, cold water, they have more vertebrae than those of fishes having living in the water which is more in temperature. It has been observed that cold water forms of many species are frequently larger, and that is why the cold forms, they are larger because of increase in the number of bones or increase in the size of the bone. Understood? Okay. The reason is to maintain their body temperature. Okay. So these are some rules you have to remember. Then some common terms like progeno, progeno. Okay, it is known as progeno. Progenote, it is considered that it was an early single-celled common ancestor, single-celled common ancestor of archaebacteria. Here are CH of archaebacteria. Okay, eubacteria and eukaryotes. Understood? So progenote. Anthropology is clear study of origin and development of humans in all their physical, social, and cultural relationships. Anthropology, okay, study of origin and development of humans. Study of origin and development of humans. Okay, so the study of origin and development of humans in all their physical, social, and cultural relationship. In all their social, cultural relationships. Understood? Then, synapsed reptiles. Synapsed reptiles, they were the mammal-like, okay, that give rise to mammal. So, synapsed reptiles, they gave rise to mammals. Understood? They had a single temporal foci on the lateral side of the skull and heterodont teeth. Presence of heterodont teeth, like humans. And single temporal foci. Understood? All synapse reptiles, they are extinct. Laws are explained, rules are explained, some common terms, cranial capacities are explained. Okay? The natural selection, types of natural selection was already explained. Okay, there is one important term, types of mimicry. Okay, types of mimicry. So I'll wait for a minute. I'll add one more slide. Yeah, already we are having slide. Yeah, yeah. This was a slide. Okay, I will just erase it. Now, types of mimicry. Mimicry is basically a kind of adaptation. It is a type of adaptation. The term mimicry was produced by Bates, was given by Bates in 1862. Okay. It is basically a phenomenon in which one of the organism tries to develop or tries to resemble the other organism either for defense or for offense. I mean, it is the resemblance of one organism to the other or to any natural object for the purpose of protection or some other advantages. So it is basically the components of mimicry is when it is resemblance of one organism to another or to any natural object. Okay. Now, the organism which exhibits mimicry, which shows mimicry, is called a mimic, and the organism or object which is mimicked or imitated, it is called a model. Okay. So, mimic, for example, if I am mimicking someone. I am holding the features of someone, so I am the mimic. Okay, one who mimic or try to resemble. And model, the one who is mimicked. It is of two types: Batesian mimicry and Mullerian mimicry. Batesian mimicry, it is a form of mimicry in which an edible species resemble an inedible one. An edible species which is used to be eaten, or which is used to be predated, resembles a still object and looks like inedible. Understood? Then Mullerian mimicry. Mimicry is basically a type of survival to advantage. Okay, when it is basically through the natural selection, it is extra advantage to survive that particular moment. Mullerian mimicry, when two or more inedible or unpalpable species, mean which cannot be palpated, mean when you will touch, it will look like that it is dead. Okay, resemble each other. The mimicry is termed as Mullerian mimicry. When two or more inedible or unpalpable. Unpalpable means which cannot respond to any of the sensation. Species resemble each other. Okay, it is termed as Mullerian mimicry. Okay, so when a living mimics a non-living, then it is Batesian mimicry. When two non-living or dead or inedible substances they mimic each other, then it is the Mullerian mimicry. So these are some points you have to remember actually. Okay, so that is it. You have to just remember these points. Okay, yeah, one more term, cladogenesis. I have already explained. I'll repeat myself. Okay, cladogenesis. Multiplicative speciation is known as multiplicative is known as cladogenesis. Means a species which is formed, it is not only the one species which is formed. If multiple species are basically taking a transformation at that particular time, then it is cladogenesis. Mean very huge amount of change, multiplicative speciation. Okay. Anagenesis. It is a replacement of one species by the other without an increase in the number of its own species. Okay, so anagenesis is the replacement of one species by the another without an increase in the number of its own species. without an increase in the number of its own species. It is called anagenesis or phyletic speciation. Understood? Then, two more terms. Rhodesian man. Homo rhodesiensis. Its remains were found from the cave at Broken Hills in Rhodesia, South Africa in 1921. The fossils excavated from South Africa in 1920. So that's it, my dear students. Okay, our chapter is done and we have already completed some special points, some points to be remember. Till my next video, please take care, stay safe, stay at home everyone. Bye bye, take care.